Continuing with the shower build, we've got the rest of this in. We've put a very basic window frame in, of which we have a piece of perspex that goes in and will be beaded round, painted green. We'll have to put curtains up obviously because we couldn't get any opaque perspex. We have some more paint, slightly different colour, but as long as it protects the wood, that's fine. A few bits left to do, just to put the kind of going up to the apex type thing in there, a couple of pieces. Obviously the roof can then go on, and the bits of door furniture, a couple of bolts on the outside and a handle, and a little latch on the inside. Floors down, basically built in the same way as a pallet is constructed. And then we've put a board across the back to hang the shower head and the small water boiler. And that's about it so far. I'll probably have this finished in the next day or two because we've got lots of other jobs to do. So we'll come back to that later when it's all done, and I'll give you a demonstration of how the shower works. Obviously fully closed.
So this is the gate all done and complete. So the steps in to match these. And I don't know whether it'll pick it up on camera, but the chicken wire's all on. So yep, looks really good. I'll just go backwards down the steps. There you go, all finished. This terrace is where we have the water mine, up in that little top corner there. It's quite a big terrace, and it goes right down to a point, right down there to that, the last lamp post you can see. That's nearly where it finishes. And we've got a few oaks here. Those big pines, which are not ours, we stop at that banking, but then it raises up and there's a little platform up there. We're not right sure what to do with this one. We're thinking about putting olives up here. Now, we've roughly paced this out, and to put them 4 metres apart in rows, we'd probably get about 50 olive trees on here. What do you think? Because we need to do something with it, because it's just a waste if not. We don't want any more animals yet. But yeah, let us know what you think in comments. This is an update on the roof so far. We've managed to get the trims on this side. It's looking rather good. And this is what the sandwich panels look like now they're all on from the inside. Much brighter, much neater. So the linseed oil's coming tomorrow. And it's due to rain this week, so we need to come inside and work. So yep, we'll be getting started on this lot. And knocking this down. Can't wait.
Just about to start cutting the roof panel. I've tried the circular saw with the metal blade, and it don't work very well. It leaves a very, very rough edge. So I'm reverting back to the angle grinder with a thin cut steel blade in it. It seems to work better. I've tried it on a offcut and it does work better. So I've clamped a guide in, which is basically a small bit of the roof panel turned upside down that gives me a guide as to where I'm cutting. So I'll get that done and hopefully it'll turn out okay.
Right, that's all 72 caps, all sprayed. Ready to go on when Rob's finished cutting the excess off the barn roof.
And now we have both ends of the fascias on.
And you haven't finished yet, so why you sat down slacking?
The fascia panels we were going to put on today, we're going to have to put off for another day. The glue sealant that we're using has a minimum temperature at which you can use the stuff, so it's too cold to use at the moment. I'll just show you how they fit anyway. Fit up like this, and then these little tabs are just bent over, and I will probably put a small rivet through them just to make sure they're secure, and these will come down as well and be glued down. They're slightly raised, so yeah, that's a job for a warmer day.
That's all that terrace there, and all this terrace trimmed and down the bank into the fence line. So I'm trying to get all this done before the rain comes, and then we move inside then.
To cut this large piece of roof sandwich board that we had left over from the barn roof, I'm about to cut it into 3 sections to put on the shower block. Not done this before, so wish me luck.
And you've got your new, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, I've got the new steel blade, metal blade, all set up in the circular saw, so ready to go.
So the window's in, the roof's on, but because we've done it from the offcuts from the barn roof, we've obviously sliced one whole panel into 3, so it don't connect properly. So if you can see on the top where these white lines are, the boards are just butted up to each other. So it means that water can go down through these cracks. So what we thought was, we have a few like packing offcuts when the delivery came, and I'll show you. So from these smaller offcuts, we're going to like cut some metal tiles that'll just overlap that bridge so the water can't get down through these gaps, and then we'll show you when we've done. So this little man has had his vaccinations and is now microchipped, and to say he's been on YouTube so often, every time I try to film him he turns his back.
The pond is a little bit deeper than I was expecting, but we've dug out 2/3 of it, mostly done with a trowel, a hand trowel, into a bucket and then into the wheelbarrow, simply because all these rocks you can see around you have come out of this hole, and you can't get a spade through it or a shovel, so hand trowel. And so we've got lots of small granite rocks for when we're pointing. There are some holes that need filling with stones, so that's good for those. Back-breaking work for an old man like me. 62 wheelbarrow fulls have come out of this hole, not including the rocks. So nearly there. Just this bit to do now. We're hoping this rock will meet this rock, and obviously it dives away quite deeply, so we'll probably do it in 2 or 3 lumps so we don't break our backs. The roof, we've decided to not do the small tin kind of panels going over the top. We've just got a gap seal it, and just for the looks spray it with a terracotta paint that is also waterproof, and then pop the caps on. It is temporary, but it should look okay. So we're ready to do our first test on the shower and the drainage, so hopefully it'll go well. I've just fitted the hose pipe to the outlet on the IBC. It's a simple hose connection, push fit, that's it. So let's go see if it works. Water butt full of water. Dog's in the way. Right, come on. Out. Out. Off you go. Off you go, Alf. No, he's staying. Okay. So I'll take my shoes off so I don't dirty Mandy's clean carpet. So the first thing is the water comes in to the pump and into the heater. Pump powered by 12 volt car battery, and obviously gas for the heating. So that's all connected up. So if I turn the gas on, it's a bit noisy is the pump, so we'll just see how we go. Heater's on, pump running, hot water, woohoo! Steaming hot shower.
We've also added some lights. No, they're just magnet. Oh, there we go.
lights
it? Yeah. It's very cold today.
Turn off. The boiler knocks off automatically. I'm just got to turn the gas off.
It's a bit tight in here for 2 people, so but there's plenty of room for 1.
Now let's check the drain works. No leaks. Water running out quite nicely. So I would say that is
Job's a good 'un.
success. It's
Oh, sorry.
find it back for you. Yay. Need a lighter hammer.
Now we've cleared a lot of the stuff off from round here and moved the shower. As you can see, this drops. So this rubble will go in the bottom. We'll concrete this up, shutter it there. And then once this lot's out, and we've got all this plaster off this back wall, so back to the stone, the fire will be going in this corner. So means to an end. Get rid of this, sort the walls out, and then we can put the fire in because it's starting to get really cold. As you can see up here, the garlic's doing really, really well. So we just need the frost now. And then we should have lots of garlic. And amazingly, I'm still getting raspberries. Not enough to eat, so these just go to chickens, and they absolutely love them.
This is where we're up to on the demolition of the old wine vat shower. Obviously I've just taken my gloves and goggles and mask off. But yeah, it's coming along, a lot of clearing up to do and a little bit more demolition just to get it down to level before we infill it with rubble, put a plastic down and then concrete it all to this level that you see here.
And it's coming off that wall quite well, isn't it?
The render's coming off quite easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, good. All good. Well done.
Yeah. Hola, amigos. Here we are again. Another week over and lots more small jobs and starting large jobs again.
And freezing cold. It's, yeah, I think we've acclimatised now, so it's really cold now, isn't it?
It's cool.
Yes, it's definitely cold off.
Not as cold as Yorkshire,
Yeah.
where we're from in the UK. It's quite pleasant to work in.
Yeah, we have got rain next week, I think. So we've held off starting the beams in the barn, getting all the outside jobs done. So hopefully next week we'll be in there and it'll warm up a little bit and we can get that fascia on that roof and then that's done, finished.
99%, yeah.
Yeah.
Bits to finish, but yeah, it's all good. The shower's nearly down, the old shower in the barn behind us. That's nearly down, so it'll probably take 2 days to clear up all that rubble.
And then temperature dependent, we can lay that bit of concrete there and get that done.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week. Another thing hopefully next week. So
But
slow progress.
Yeah, there's nothing like a bit of demolition to keep you warm though. That's good.
And you gave me the really heavy lump hammer.
Yeah.
And then you resorted to the little one.
Yeah.
So it made me look
it's
weak.
the big sledgehammer. Yeah.
For everybody who was asking, we don't get any help here. It's just us two. So anything we dig, anything we build, anything we do it ourselves. And as we're knocking on a bit now, it sometimes takes a bit longer. But we get there. We do get there. It will be a long process.
Just use common sense, and a job is given 5 coats of looking at before it's even started. So we're on the ball there. And I think that's it for this week. Lots of things going on next week, as every week. But for now,
ciao for now.
ciao for now. Oh,
Thank you to everybody that's subscribed, old subscribers, and everybody who's joined us since. It's much appreciated. It's nice to see that people actually want to watch what we're doing.
And are interested.
How we're doing it, and yeah. And I think if we can motivate anybody to come here and do this, especially, well, anybody really.
It's not age dependent or anything.
It just takes longer.
If you've got a will to do this, then if we can do it, anybody can do it, literally.
Yeah, totally agree.
Our budget is what somebody would pay for a nice car in the UK.
Yeah.
Which kind of says it all.
So on that note, we'll say goodbye and leave you in peace. Ciao for now.
Ciao.
Bye.